Hello everyone, I am Pratibha Prabhugaukar, Assistant Professor at Dempe College of Arts and Science, Miramar, Panji, Goa. This module is for third year BSc Botany students. Course code is BOD 104 and title is Biofertilizers. Title of the unit is Phosphate Solubilizing Microbes and module name is Phosphate Solubilizing Microorganisms, Occurrence and Isolation. In these modules, we are going to study the occurrence and isolation of phosphate solubilizing microbes. At the end of this module, you will be able to explain about the phosphate solubilizing microbes, their occurrence and isolation. Next to nitrogen, phosphorus is the second most important macronutrient required by the plants for their growth and development. But very little phosphorus is made available to the plants. Only 1 to 2% of the phosphorus is supplied or it reaches the above ground parts of the plant. Because phosphorus plays a vital role in every aspect of plant growth and development, their deficiency can reduce the growth as well as development of the plant. Though soil possesses total phosphorus in the form of organic and inorganic compounds, most of them remain inactive and thus it is unavailable for the plants. Most soil possesses considerable amount of phosphorus, but a large proportion is bound to the soil constituents. Soil with low phosphorus can be supplemented with the phosphorus fertilizers, but still they are not able to hold the added phosphorus. Microbes which solubilizes bound phosphates and rock phosphates into simple soluble phosphates are called as phosphate solubilizing microbes. They are the group of beneficial microorganisms which are capable of hydrolyzing organic and inorganic phosphorus compounds. They do this by secreting organic acids to solubilize the bound phosphates in the soil. A group of heterotrophic microorganisms are known to have this ability to solubilize the inorganic phosphorus, and they are bacteria, fungi and yeast. Amongst bacteria, the members of Bacillus, that is Bacillus megaterium, Bacillus circulans, Bacillus subtilis, Pseudomonas striata and Pseudomonas rathonis. Fungi includes Aspergillus avamori, Penicillium digitatum and some species of Trichoderma. Yeast is Schwannomyces occidentalis. Now, among whole microbial population present in the soil, phosphorus solubilizing bacteria constitute 1 to 50%, while the phosphorus solubilizing fungi, they constitute only 0.1 to 0.5%. But since the fungi grow by producing mycelium, fungi in the soil are able to traverse long distance more easily as compared to bacteria. Hence, fungi are more important to phosphate solubilization in the soil. Coming to the occurrence, high proportion of these phosphate solubilizing microorganisms are found in the rhizosphere. Rhizosphere is a region of soil which is surrounding the roots. Now, roots produces exudates and large amount of compounds like organic acid. Root produce exudates and nutrients like organic acid, proteins, etc. So, this rhizosphere region which is surrounding the root contains large amount of microflora. And they are also metabolically more active than the other sources. Like 1 gram of fertile soil, it contains 101 to 1010 bacteria, and their live weight may exceed 2000 kilogram per hectare. Soil bacteria includes cocci, bacilli, and spiral-shaped bacteria. Bacilli are common in soil, whereas spirali are very rare in natural environments. Population of phosphate solubilizing microorganism depends on different soil properties and cultural activities. And large population of phosphate solubilizing microorganisms are found in agricultural and rangeland soils. Coming to the isolation of these phosphate solubilizing microorganisms. Isolation is a separation of a strain from a mixture of many microorganisms. Like for example, soil will contain variety of microorganisms. So separating these phosphate solubilizing microbes is necessary. So phosphate solubilizing microbes can be isolated on a Pickovskaya's agar medium which contains tricalcium phosphate. So for isolation, 1 gram of rhizosphere soil is suspended in 10 ml of distilled water. Tube is shaken well and cereal dilutions are made in distilled water, and the cereal dilutions are then inoculated into the petri dishes. Now what is cereal dilution? Cereal dilution, it is a stepwise technique to reduce the concentration of any microorganism in a sample. So to start with cereal dilution, first stock solution is prepared by suspending 1 gram of soil in the 10 ml of sterile distilled water. And then 1 ml from here is pipetted out and it is transferred to the test tube containing 9 ml of sterile distilled water. From here, again 1 ml is pipetted out and transferred into the next tube containing sterile distilled water, and dilution is prepared accordingly. So the first tube will have 1:10 dilution factor, next will be 1:100, 1:1000 and so on. Now each of these dilutions are plated onto the Pickovskaya's agar medium. Once it is plated on the petri plates containing Pickovskaya's agar medium, the petri plates are incubated at 28 degrees centigrade for 2 weeks. So phosphate solubilizing microbes grow by solubilizing the bound phosphate which is present in the calcium phosphate, and they form a clear zone around them. But the other microorganism, they starve for phosphorus and fail to grow. Microbial colonies are then picked up, they are purified and transferred to fresh Pickovskaya's liquid medium to prepare a starter culture. So this is the microbe which is growing in the Pickovskaya's agar medium. You can see here they are producing a clear zone around them. These are my references. Thank you.